What is up, my fitness family? Brent Kasmer here with BKPT, Brent Kasmer Personal Training. And we are talking about getting stronger every day. So if you're not all about getting stronger every day, guess what? You might be on the wrong channel. Because I'm all about making gains, making progress, pushing forward, but in a health and effective way. So a lot of times people come to me because they want to be and look athletic. And you might be 50 years old, 60 years old. You still have it in you. You know, I get my top athletes as young as like 6, 7, 8 years old, all the way up until they're well into their primes in their 20s. And then guess what? There's usually a little lull, and then you're back. You're back with a vengeance. So, you go through this period of your life where, you're busy and concentrated on work, getting stuff done, starting your families, getting everything in the right order. And then it's like, crap, man, I don't have my athletic body anymore. So it's all about getting stronger every day. Let's do this again, all right? If you haven't yet subscribed, subscribe. Mash that notification bell. That way you're notified as all my newest content comes out. And then also, show a brother some love, man. Give me some likes, all right? Here we go. Pop in the comments what you feel like is most important to getting stronger every day. So I want to hear from you too. So why do you feel, or what do you feel like helps you all the time getting stronger? So come on, take a second. Get to typing. All right, there's so many different techniques. There's so many different avenues to take with this, but I'm not going to share with you all of them. It would take me, I don't even know how many hours. All right, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to bore you to death, even though you're locked in and loving the information I'm spitting out. I'm not going to make my voice go through all that either. So I'm going to share with you five key factors that I feel are very effective in getting you stronger every day. Here we go. All right. So, you ever seen a movie called Karate Kid with Mr. Miyagi and Daniel-san? And he'd come over to learn how to fight, and he had Daniel-san painting the fence, waxing his cars, doing all kinds of nonsense, and Daniel-san's going, "What the heck are you doing, man? I'm sick and tired of this. You're making me work like a who knows what." So, and everything has a rhyme or a reason. And when you do certain things, sometimes you might not understand why it's recommended or why you're even like doing this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's for the benefit, for the end goal, which is always getting stronger and also staying injury free. Okay? So a lot of times getting warmed up is a huge factor of getting, your body primed up and ready to go. So number one would be getting warmed up, but getting warmed up properly. Not jumping on a treadmill, running for a little bit, and then getting ready to go bench. Doesn't make sense. So getting warmed up means you want to get your blood hot. 1, 2, you want to make sure you're getting the muscles warmed up that you're getting ready to use. So say it's, bench and back or upper body or lower body or whatever it is you're trying to do. You want to make sure that everything is kind of firing. So sometimes it could be going through the routine that you're getting ready to do. So like say you're getting ready to bench and do some pull-ups, so going in and doing some lighter weight, significantly lighter, going in and doing it a couple times. Some days are better than others, so therefore you might have to warm up a little bit longer. Some days are, a lot easier to get warmed up. So getting some of those smaller muscles recruited. So a lot of times you're getting ready to bench, doing things where, like say you're bear crawling or inchworms. So you're putting your body in your shoulders at different, movements to make sure that, when you're into a bench press, you are getting much more shoulder engagement, much more, muscles engaged. Because guess what? If you're benching and you don't have more muscles to recruit and more muscles to pull into your bench press, then, you're not going to get stronger. End of the day, all right? So, getting properly warmed up. So say you're getting ready to do legs. Going in, doing some body weight lunges, body weight squats, squat jumps, getting ready to do, just some mobility stuff where, you're working those band side lateral movements, trying to recruit muscle. Recruiting muscle is going to help you to get those gains. So getting the blood hot, getting your blood boiling, getting pumped up, and then getting into your exercises, all right? Number 2 is getting ballistic. What does that mean? Not crazy, but ballistic. So say you're getting ready to do some squats, all right? Doing some box hops, some broad jumps, lateral hops, single-legged hops, those types of things. That's ballistic movement, vertical jumps. All of those movements help you with getting your, it's just different areas of your muscles primed and ready to go. Which is going to come into my next one. That's why I didn't want to say it. I had to trip over my words. Is shocking your central nervous system. So there's many ways to shock your central nervous system, and that's not electrocuting it. I'm talking about trying to trip it up a little bit, trying to help it, stumble so that way it can learn more. And it's all about muscle mobility and all those types of things. So therefore, it's like, okay, like I'm going to go into a ballistic movement and then right into, a power movement. And I got a whole series on all of those things. Like if you haven't watched yet, going back and watching how to add, 30 to 50 pounds on your bench press, adding, 50 to 100 pounds on your squat in very short periods of time. It's very good to do all these things. So adding that ballistic, getting warmed up, all of this stuff shouldn't take forever. It's not like do a couple things and then sit on your phone and text a little bit. You want to stay warm. You still want to stay, your body needs to be excited. You need to be, keeping it fired up and ready to go and primed up. All of those things are what's going to help you. So going in and doing like all those things like bear crawls and all those different stuff like that, it's all for a purpose, all right? So paint the fence, wax the cars, do all that kind of stuff. But you know what I mean. So getting all that, your body ready to go. The next couple things I want to share with you, these are huge factors, but you don't want to do it every single time. So you have one is your lockouts. So these are huge ways to add lots of weight, lots of muscle to your body with a very simple movement. So your lockouts, to say your bench press, say you're squatting, because I'm standing up, it's easier to do. So you're squatting, you're going to have 10 to 20% more than your max squat. Okay? Your key is to pick it up off the rack. Always have your safety bar set up. And your goal is to just do a small movement. So it's just your lockout. Okay? So say you're going through and you did 5 sets of 5 and end of your workout, you might even PR'd, you might not have PR'd. So you hit that end weight and you're like, you know what? I'm pumped. I got a few more minutes to give. Throw on 20% more than your max. And instead of going down and hitting that 90-degree box squat that you just did properly, going in and hitting a top half squat. So it's just a quarter down, but you're getting your whole body used to holding heavier weights. So that way, when you get into those heavier weights, not only are your joints, ligaments, tendons ready for it, but then your muscles are ready for it too. So that way you can go through that full motion and getting it in. So same thing with the bench press. It's just that top half. But if you do it all the time, it's too much wear and tear. So it's not something you want to do all the time. You could do it for a period of time. So say it's like a 4 to 6 week period, or say it's like for 2 weeks, every 4 to 6 weeks. So that way it's just something that you add into your program. Those top half lockouts are good for every exercise. So, and if you notice, I'm not talking about any isolating joint movements. So it's not like a bicep curl. It's not, chest fly. These are compound joint movements. So when you're trying to get stronger, you're not doing isolated movements. You're doing compound joint movements to get stronger. It's going to get you stronger in all the other areas also. And if you're looking to do this just for curls, you're going to end up getting injured, so don't do it. All right. And then the last one that I'm going to share with you today is forced repetitions. So one, this is also, say you're at a rep range of 5 or 6 or 8 or whatever you're getting ready to do. And you shouldn't really think this way, but in your head, you're like, damn, I'm only going to get like 3 or 5 of these. And your spotter is going to have to help you get the last little bit. So this is when you want to really make sure you have the right spotters. For one, that they can A, lift the weight. It's very important, or else you may die. 2 is making sure that they don't just pick it up off you. If you're trying to get forced repetitions, it's not like, just doing the negative. Yeah, it's important. But also pushing and not quitting on that push and making sure that they're just doing enough to not let it come back down on you. It's just enough to, keep the bar moving in that motion. All right? So forced repetitions are also fantastic. Same thing. Don't want it all the time, but it's definitely good to do, once in a while. It's good to make sure every lift, especially if you're plateaued out, you want to make sure that you're doing those forced repetitions to bust through any of those plateaus. So I've got tons of videos in there about ballistic into power, all those types of things. So I really am a key believer in all this. That's why I teach this type of stuff. So, obviously if you're stumped and you're, not knowing what to do and you want to have an athletic looking body, at any age, because at the end of the day, it is possible. It's just a matter of making those tweaks to make sure you're always making the right progress. All right? Make sure you put in the comments, folks. Come on, put in the comments what you feel are most important to you to getting stronger every day. So that way I can hear, and I love hearing new stuff. I love, giving you kudos for being like, oh, heck yeah, that's a great tip. So, and it's also great for other people to see those tips also, all right? So pop it down there in the comments. Show me some love, give me some likes, and don't forget, subscribe, mash the notification bell, that way you're notified as all the new stuff comes out, and I will see you in the next video.